Hello students, I'm testing out some more software and I thought I would do a movie on intervals with proportions. So we go to the post office and we look at 500 packages that are sent by express mail, and that's the one that is supposed to arrive overnight. So we find of those 500 packages that 490 of them arrived on time by the next day. Find a 95% confidence interval for the proportion of items which arrived on time. So we have a couple things to consider. We might want to think about the sample proportion, and we know that's p hat, which is x over n. So the 490 is the number of successes, the number that arrived on time, over the n of 500. And that gives you 0.98. Since this is an interval and an interval about a proportion, we're going to use a z-value. So we need to get 1 minus alpha is equal to 0.95, and 1 minus alpha over 2 is 0.95 over 2, or 0.4750. And when I look that up, that's my probability. When I look it up in the table, I get 1.9 from the left and 0.06 from the top, or 1.96. Okay, now for the good stuff. Let's look at the formula. You have p hat plus or minus z at alpha over 2 times the square root of p hat times 1 minus p hat over n. So we've already seen that the z is 1.96 and the p hat is 0.98. So then you start plugging these values in. We have 0.98 plus or minus 1.96 times the square root of 0.98 times 1 minus 0.98 over 500. There's your n. Then you have 0.98 plus or minus 1.96 times the square root of 0.98 times 0.02 over 500. Then as you move to the next step, you simplify the square root values, and you have 0.98 plus or minus 1.96 times 0.0063. When you do this multiplication, you end up with something to the effect of 0.01. So your final interval will be 0.97, less than p, less than 0.99. Okay, hope that helps. Thanks.